day after a vigil in Moscow, Idaho for 4 students found murdered in a home off campus. And the confusion is only deepening about what we know, what we don't know, and who's responsible.
My name is Chapin. I'm Ethan's mom.
Anguish, grief, love, all on display in the mountain college town of Moscow, Idaho this week.
The circumstances that bring us here tonight, they're terrible. The hardest part, we cannot change the outcome.
2.5 weeks after 4 college students were found stabbed to death in a home off campus, 3 of their parents addressed a stadium full of mourners Wednesday night. The father of Kaylee Goncalves describing his daughter's close friendship with roommate Madison Mogen, who met each other in 6th grade.
They came here together. They eventually get into the same apartment together. And in the end, they died together in the same room, in the same bed.
Earlier in the day, Madison's father describing the love for his daughter in the restaurant she worked.
She was so loved, and that she was the thing I was most proud of in my whole life. It's something that'll never heal, you know? It's something you just would never wish on your worst enemy.
The family of the 4th victim, Xana, couldn't be at Wednesday's vigil, but her father posted this photo with the hashtag #VandalStrong. The town of Moscow, home to about 26,000 people, is reeling. There are reminders of the murders everywhere, messages on marquees and buildings, signs on doors. They're desperate for help finding answers.
Shocking, like anybody's going to say. Something happens in their town, it's always shocking.
On campus and in town, people are on edge and in disbelief. Are most of your friends doing okay?
Honestly, not really, it seems. A lot of people who I knew that lived near the scene have been not sleeping well. I know some of them have retrieved their parents' dogs to keep with them as kind of alert animals, and yeah, just, you know, locking doors, locking windows, taking every security precaution that they possibly can. So it's really unsettling for them, and it's been hard to watch everybody go through that in their own way.
As fears rise and questions remain unanswered, the rumor mill is in overdrive. Moscow police even built a webpage to clear up some of the misinformation.
There's just a lot of rumors, misinformation, just completely far-fetched conspiracy theories, all sorts of stuff. And, you know, even on the internet, in person, you hear people just word of mouth pass stuff along, and it gets very derivative garbage.
And the bottom line is we're not getting a lot of information ourselves, so it is kind of discouraging to hear rumors because you just want to know facts, but people's minds wander when you're not getting a lot of information.
Conflicting messages from authorities only add to the confusion. Just Wednesday night, Moscow police released a clarification saying they don't know if the house or the victims were specific targets after the prosecutor earlier said they were targeted. Still, the town remains hopeful for the one bit of information, a thread that will lead investigators to answers. Until that happens, the families are focusing on the love.
We are eternally grateful that we spent so much time with him. And I want to remind you that that's the most important message that we have for you and your families, is to make sure that you spend as much time as possible with those people, because time is precious and it's something you can't get back.
There's only one way for this to get a little better, to heal a little bit. There's pain everywhere. You're just going to have to love each other.
Walking in downtown Moscow, you see signs like this on so many doorways asking for any tips, anything anyone may have seen. Organizers at the vigil handed out these bracelets with the victims' names on them. You see votive candles on tables at restaurants here honoring the 4 University of Idaho students. And keep in mind the geography. This college town sits right on the state line with Washington, just 9 miles away. Another college campus, Washington State University, on edge because of what is happening in this investigation.